Hey everyone, it's Tom Kratz and you're out for another little morning walk with me here. We want to answer a question that came in from Maureen in Toronto, and her question went like this. We bought a home for 800 and some odd thousand a few years ago. We've now been told it's worth about $1.2 million, and they're thinking of selling the property because they're dealing with one of the top realtors in Canada, and his advice to them was sell the property now, take the $400,000 in profit, wait till the market falls, which he thinks it is going to, and then buy the property back. And they think this is a brilliant idea because it's a top realtor giving them this advice, and $400,000 in profit is spectacular. So we'll agree that $400,000 profit in 1 year is spectacular, but nobody has the crystal ball. No one has the crystal ball. So for somebody to tell you or us that the market is about to fall, we raise an eyebrow to such an idea. So we are highly skeptical. And the reason for this is, look, no one is bigger than the Bank of Canada or the US Federal Reserve. What happens if instead of interest rates going higher from here, what happens if they go lower? What happens to property prices then? So if your idea is to buy your home back when it goes down, what happens if you sell it at $1.2 million and you look back in a year, 2 years, 3 years, and that price looks cheap and the property is actually now worth 1.4 or 1.5 or 1.6? I mean, it's at least a possibility that you should consider in such a wacky world. So if it's income properties, here's where Nick and I would say perhaps it makes sense to sell. If you've made some spectacular profits on a bunch of income properties and you want to sell some of them to maybe go into buy a building next or buy all your properties in the same area if they're scattered, sure, sell some of your income properties, buy some new properties. When it comes to your family home and your idea is to take the money and then rent for a little bit because you're expecting the market to fall, we've never met anyone to win this kind of speculative game, and that's what you're doing. It's pure speculation. For example, we have a friend in 2010, really well versed in the commercial real estate market, sold his family home in 2010 because he was convinced the market was going to fall, for about $900,000. The market has not fallen. We think his home is worth about $1.5 or $1.6 million now. So, you know, he probably missed an opportunity to have his family living in the home they wanted to, and to buy back that same home is going to cost him $500,000 more. So, and then on the flip side, the market can change really quickly. Perhaps the market is going to fall in the next year, and it happens fast. Back in 1990, when our parents were flipping properties, our father bought this one particular property. The market changed on him in 4 months. It was a flip in Mississauga for $750,000 26 years ago. In 4 months, it went down about $300,000 approximately. We're kind of guessing that it was worth about $450,000 in about 4 months. And the reason we were guessing is none of those homes were selling. So we're just kind of guessing what we could unload it for. So $450,000, that happened in 4 months. It went down $300,000. So the market can change super fast. But no one has the crystal ball, and no one is bigger than the Bank of Canada or the bank's lending rules or the US Fed. So if the US Fed decides to lower rates and Canada follows and lowers rates further, property prices, what happens when money gets cheaper? The price of hard assets goes up in those cheaper dollars. So you're playing a bit of a speculative game. Anyone who tells you they think they know that the market's going to fall and buy back your property next year, if you want to do that and you want to live in that home and your plan is to buy it next year, we would be we would be scared of that situation. We do have some ideas on what you could do with the equity that you've gained if you use it smartly from that home, but that's a topic for another day. So hopefully something to think about. Until next time, your life, your terms.